Everyone. Welcome to the Dr. Inia Desner Show. Thank you that you're here today. Just wanted to thank you for being with me in the past couple of weeks or years. So just thank you. All right. So we're rounding up. I know that summer is almost done, and I know some of you went on vacation and welcome back. I know some schools have already started. And so, for those that have people out of going to school, I hope you guys, everybody had a restful time, right? I mean, I tried my best to have time to rest. All right. So today, of course, if you haven't been here before, this is a time that I share. This is a platform, I would say, that I share resources to help SMEs thrive. And if you don't know what an SME is, a small and medium-sized enterprise, or you could say small business, right? Small and medium-sized business. Well, here I provide resources that are for educational and informative purposes only. Of course, it's very important for you to meet with a professional. And of course, if you don't have a professional that is working with you, a CPA that's working with you, please, that's my website there. Please make sure you go there, iniadesnia.com, and then navigate and just set up a consultation with me, with my practice. And then, of course, look at how I can help you or my practice can help you. All right, so let's get right into it. Last time I spoke, I talked about, is it good to be a jack of all trades? So if you didn't watch that show, or, please make sure you go back and watch it. So I said the next time I'll talk about, how not to get burnt out, avoiding burnout. I mean, being burnt out as a small business owner. I know I said, it's not bad to do a lot of things at the beginning, but it's very important for you to avoid being burnt out. You don't want to be burnt. It's very bad, right? And I would say, and again, I know that there are professionals out there are articles out there are, other professionals out there, I would say there are articles out there are opinions out there. This is based on my experience, my knowledge base, as a professional and a small business owner. So I would just tell you about some tips that that I believe would work for you. Again, informative purposes, educative purposes only. All right. Consult with professionals. I'm here, or anybody else you want to consult with, but I want to put up some things out there. As a business owner, right, the very first thing you have to master is organizational skills, right? Organizational skills, right? What do I mean by organizational skills? Am I talking about organizing your cabinet, or sorry, your your office drawer, things like? No, I'm not talking. That's not. Yeah, that's good, but this is not where I'm going, right? Organizational skills in respect of your task. What do you need to do? What is it? What is outstanding, right? What is it? What's your priority? What is it? You have a list of items to task to. What are you doing, right? Now, I have found this very useful, right? I always look at, okay, I have so many things that I do. Of course, my work and of course, clients. I have clients. Who do I have to look at? And I prioritize, right? There are clients that might need something like, yesterday, you know what I mean? Like urgently. Of course, top of my list, right? So first of all, make sure you organize yourself very well, right? Because for example, let's use my own case, a scenario. Assuming that I have somebody that needs something urgently, then because I don't prioritize, I don't organize my task, I'll start with someone that needs something by next month, right? The person needs something, the deadline for them is next month, right? And I know that with that, maybe I can finish that person's work within maybe, a week, or maybe if I focus on that specifically, maybe 40 hours or so I can use to finish that work, or maybe less than that. But why would I start with that something by next week? So that's why prioritizing, organizing my stuff with my clients is so important, right? And I would advise you as a business owner, right? Prioritization, organization. And when I say you organize, you also prioritize, right? Telling, when you organize your stuff, right? Your tasks, you know what to put first, what to put second, what to put third, right? I know that at the beginning, right? As a small business owner, you're doing so much, and that's fine. That's fine at the beginning. Now, as you get big, larger, remember I mentioned delegate, right? We're talking about organizing, prioritizing. Then, as you get larger, right? You start delegating. What do I mean by delegating? Now, let's say you don't have enough funds to even hire a staff, but you can have people that you outsource to, right? You start looking at that. You have to make sure that as a small business owner, you're focused on what you got into that business to do, right? You don't want to, okay, for example, let me use my field. You're not in the business to understand tax compliance. You're not in what you're doing. For example, I'm going to give it, let's say you are a restaurant owner, right? So, let's say maybe let's say you're a consultant. Let's say maybe an engineering consult because a restaurant owner really needs some people to serve and all those things. So let's just say that for that one they need the restaurant owner really needs. I mean, can't do everything. Can't be cooking and serving at the same time, right? So let's say that you maybe you're a consultant. Let's put it at that side. You're a consultant. You're an engineering consultant. But in this case, right? That's why in that case, for example, you got into the business because you love doing things, right? Maybe creating things or doing maybe you're not into that in that business to be an accountant, right? I could even flip to someone that bakes, maybe for now starting with home bakery or then trying to expand, right? Of course, eventually the person will start distribution and things like that. But you have to learn eventually, I guess, as I said, delegate. When you delegate, you prevent yourself from being burnt out, right? So organizing, prioritizing, delegating, right? And another point, which some people don't think is important, but is very, very important, right? As you fill up your calendar, make sure you make time to rest. Make sure you make time to relax. I mean, I remember when I was even when I mean, deadlines, sometimes like deadlines, work deadlines, I have a client's work and maybe there's something that is not maybe matching when I'm trying to do this accounting and I'm seeing that, okay, why is the debit and credit, there's something that is missing there, I'm not seeing what is there. Sometimes I just stand up and walk away from the desk, right, from my desk, right, just to maybe go take a coffee or something. That's mini relaxation, just to you know get my brain to recalibrate, right? When I come back and I figure it out. So I would say that that's like little breaks here and there. But in addition to that, you have to make out time for vacationing. You have to make out time to say, you know what? Yes, I need to take time off. You have to make out time to close that laptop and say, yes, I need to take some hours. Maybe you might say, okay, I really don't want to travel now, but even weekends off, do things, right? Do things. I mean, I tell people I play hard as much as I work hard. You see me playing volleyball, you think that I'm of course I might not win, but I love the things like that. Or you see me I'm playing bowling, being getting people to bowl, and I'm part of it. I might not score any, I might not win the game, but I'm bowling, right? Or maybe a game program. There's some game shows, not really shows, but game I should say game events, should I say, when people go and I found out a place that we can go. I go with my family and we have fun, like ask questions, trivia questions. There are places like that. What am I saying? Take time off to relax. That put that on your calendar. You have to make time to relax because that is a big thing. When you sometimes you go on vacation, come back and you're, oh my God, you're so rested, right? You have to make sure you do that, right? And of course, again, I mean, just to add from my experience, right? From my experience, again, informative purposes only, but I'm using myself to tell you what has worked for me over the years. All right. Of course, exercising and good food, eating well, but that's not that, of course, that's not my area, but I will add that because that works for me, right? So generally, what am I saying? Prioritizing, organizing your task, right? Make sure that is so important. Also, eventually delegating. All right, very important. There, you can start with outsourcing before you bring in a staff, right? Of course, as I mean, what we do, as I've said in my earlier on, I work with small businesses that I actually help them analyze. Okay, do you need to bring in a staff or bring on a staff right now? Let's see, right? It's time to bring on somebody, right? Because you can afford it. All right. So of course, and I said, take time off, relax. Might not even be. It can be, yes. Vacationing is good, but even you know, weekends, having fun, little things like that, just to make sure anything that makes your mind relax, right? Because you're just coming back or I say energized when I say, let me not say re, you're coming back energized. All right. So the goal is, because if you're burnt out, you can't perform to your best potential. You can't do so well if you're burnt out, right? So you want to make sure, right, that you are really, making sure that you're putting things in perspective, your tax, prioritizing, organizing, and making sure that you're taking time to relax. All right. So hopefully, I've been able to share something useful today. And of course, you have any questions on how to really see when it's time for you to bring on a staff, or how to really get that delegation started, like when it comes to giving your staff more work as opposed to you. When you start bringing on the staff, we can analyze, look at your expenses, look at where is it that you can actually fit in work, or fit in additional staff, or fit in for example, a CFO or any outsourced worker to actually help you. All right. Okay, hope I've shared something, and thank you for share something positive today. Thank you for being here. Of course, again, if you don't have a professional working with you, please don't hesitate to reach out to my firm. All right, have a good one, and see you next time. Bye for now. And one more thing, remember to be successful, to be thriving, right? You have to do what? Be intentional. All right. Take care. See you next time.